Hey everyone, Neil from Spartan Photo Center here, and today I'm with our Sony Rep, who is Joshua,
Hello?
and we want to talk about this beast of a lens right here, which is the 400 to 800G with optical stabilization on it, and why you may want this, or you probably definitely want this if you do wildlife photography and stuff like that. So can you tell us a little bit about this 4 to 800, Josh?
Absolutely. So first thing about this lens that I loved when I started using it is
Hmm.
that the throw on this is so small. So
Hmm.
as you see, I'm at 400 here and I turn it. That's all the turn.
Gotcha,
That's it.
gotcha. And it's an internal zoom, it looks
Yep,
like then.
correct.
Okay,
So I
great.
have an internal zoom on that. Weight is not too bad. I
Hmm.
honestly thought it was going to be a lot heavier, but this is great.
Right,
It's like not too bad. I can handle this, and then still I'm able to put on a monopod or a
right,
tripod if I want to.
right.
But my favorite thing about this lens that I've been loving so far. So as of right now, this is now our officially the longest lens that we have in our lineup.
Okay.
And for the price that it's at,
Hmm.
honestly, it's kind of a steal.
Okay. What
Like,
is the price on this
so the
lens?
price on this retails right now at $28.99.
Not
Yeah,
bad at all.
so not bad. And then also you can use teleconverters on this lens as well,
Hmm.
which I have personally, I had to try it like
Hmm.
when it
Hmm.
first came out. So I personally went to go shoot some birds, and I put a 2 times teleconverter on it,
Hmm.
and I got incredible images from this thing.
Nice.
In love with it. So this is
Nice.
my go-to for the sports, wildlife, and
Gotcha.
I like to pair it camera-wise, especially with the A1 Mark II.
Hmm. Which is the Sony's flagship photo camera.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that top of the line, but the main features, obviously the speed of it. So I'm
Hmm.
at 30 frames per second.
Right.
And then also the pre-capture really helps because I'm not the best at photographing birds, but
Hmm.
I'm working
Yeah.
on it. It's
Yeah.
fun. But can now anticipate that
Yeah.
when I'm shooting the birds or sports and stuff. So
Gotcha.
that pre-capture really helps.
Now, the pre-capture that he's speaking of is being able to pre-capture your image. So the pre-capture that Josh was talking about is being able to customize how much of a pre-capture with your image taking so you don't miss that shot before you actually start hitting that shutter button. Explain just a little bit more how someone can customize that in that camera or in, the A1 Mark II,
Yeah.
correct?
So A1 Mark II and also A9 III. So
Okay.
the thing about the pre-capture, you can choose how long you want it to start recording.
Okay.
Now keep this in mind. The longer you have that record time, the more images you're going to be taking. So
Sure,
I
sure.
think it's going to vary on any photographer. So me personally, I don't typically have mine set for that long.
Hmm.
So you just kind of have to play with it and see what works best for your photography. But
Sure.
a lot of images, but I'm okay with capturing a lot of images because at least I
Right.
know I'll have it.
And you
But
don't miss the shot that you thought you may have gotten, but you may have not if you didn't have that pre-record or pre-capture on.
absolutely.
So yeah, that's awesome. And the fact that it does 30 frames per second means you should be able to get a lot of fast moving subjects, especially for sports, and that way you don't miss anything there as well.
Exactly. And with the A9 III, it's 120 frames per
Oh
second.
wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
So
crazy. We don't have that one here today, no?
that one we do not know.
Okay, okay. But yeah, A93 sounds awesome too. But I mean, for most things, A1-2, 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be enough. I mean, imagine how many pictures you would have at 120 frames per
A
second.
lot.
I mean, basically, you can turn that into a video,
Pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's awesome. And that is a very lightweight lens. And like
Yeah.
you said, with the monopod, should be really good and efficient. So that way you don't have to carry it around all day. You just let it rest on that monopod. And we actually have monopods here at Spartan Photo. So if you decide to get this lens for your wildlife photography or sports photography, we have a monopod that will surely fit it and make it more comfortable for use. So Joshua, thank you for talking about this lens. And if you guys are looking for a nice, huge, but not heavy zoom lens, come on down to Spartan Photo and we will hook you up with this one for Sony.